Alright guys, Gregory here from SmartNotify. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going into the world of IoT. In a few weeks, 2 weeks exactly, we're heading out to Paris for the Esri SIG2016 conference. And we wanted to bring some stuff to the show to showcase what the software can do. And a good way to do that is to bring IoT devices. People always love to see what they do. Now the problem when we go to the show or to any show, usually it gets a little bit boring because all the demos are the same. So for example, you're going to have someone take a water sensor, put that in water, and something happens, like a buzzer goes off, things like this. And it's not all that fun because they'll always do the same thing. The device does one thing and then you get the interaction. So what we're very interested in showing is that you can actually communicate with those devices, make them work both ways and two ways. So what we're going to do this year is pretty fun. We're going to have pretty much a light like this, and it's going to go on. There you go. And we're going to use some devices, maybe a cell phone or a connected device or some other surprises. You're going to have to come to the show for that, to pretty much turn this on and off. So people can interact and they can create the thing themselves. Now to do this, we're going to be building a little IoT device, and actually that's a fun part and the real reason to watch these videos, because there's a high likelihood that I'm going to get shot. So let me tell you a bit of our setup and why electricity scares me. We're part of the Intel Innovator program, so we're using the Intel Edison to run the sample. And for that sample, we're going to have the Edison on a board like this. We're also going to use your basic base shield from Arduino, plug that on top, and then we're going to put a relay. Now, I don't have an engineering background, so when I explain the relay, don't sue me on the comments, but pretty much a relay, think of it as an on-on switch. And part of the Grove starter kit is this little relay here that you can see. The theory is if you put your wires here, then you can control this relay on-off from the board. Now that's the theory. The part that concerns me a bit more is that when looking on different online forums and samples, people say those relays are great, but they're not going to be able to handle this kind of power. And that concerns me a bit, because if the manufacturer says it can take 250 volts or 220, then it should. But come to think of it, the real reason they're thinking about this, let me show you, is that when the relay is open, electricity flows through it just fine. When it's closed, then things are going to start to accumulate in the coil here. And the concern is that it's a pretty small enclosure, and all the captors or sensors here may create some problems. So it may be a way to fry a board, which hopefully we don't do that. And we have a bigger relay. And by the way, it says, please use in safe environments. So I don't know if it qualifies here, but we may upgrade to this relay to have things a bit sturdier. So we're going to be playing with this, build the board, and that's all we're going to do in the next couple of days. We're going to do a few videos around this. And pretty much today, to get started, we're going to start to strip the wire, which is going to be pretty simple. And as you can tell, the ambulance is already coming at me, just in case I do something with the electricity. But really, I'm opening the wire at this stage. And we're going to make one nice clean cut, hopefully clean, very well equipped. So I guess before I keep on playing with electricity, I'm going to get some better gear to do this, and check back on the other few days, follow up on Twitter. We'll post when we have new updates to those videos, and we're going to build this demo together and show you how it's done.